Hi guys, I'm Loz and I teach you to change your subconscious thinking that's fucking up your life. In fact, I uncover it for you, discover what it is you've been thinking your whole life and currently that's creating shitty relationships, ghosting, no contact, bad money situations, a career you hate, family fights, etc. Uncovering that, giving you tools to fix it and allowing you to create a whole new reality, all with the power of your mind. So guys, please do join me for this Loz lesson on manifestation, because a lot of you are doing it wrong. A lot of you aren't realizing what you're doing wrong. And in this video, I'm going to teach you some of the basics that I've seen so many times in my manifestation group, Subconscious Loz, my free group, and also the squad, that people are doing wrong with their manifestation. So one of those things is not understanding what self-concept is and what they even need to do to change themselves and why they're even changing themselves to change their circumstances. A lot of people are coming on my, hello guys, hello. I'm actually live on TikTok right now, guys, but I'm going to teach a lesson and then I'll go live for Q&A after this. So the first lesson I'm going to be teaching in this live series is why self-concept is so important and why you need to change it to change another person. Because you're not actually changing them, you're changing you. So one of the biggest things I've noticed lately is people not understanding why they're focusing on their self-concept to get their specific person back. Now, I'm one of the very first people on TikTok who even spoke about self-concept. Now everyone does. Everyone fucking talks about it like it's a buzzword, and a lot of people are teaching it wrong. Some people are teaching it correctly. A lot of people are just regurgitating what I say, and then they block me so I can't see it. That's fine. Do that. But the thing is, they're teaching it a little bit wrongly sometimes and not actually teaching you why you're changing your self-concept. The whole point of changing you is because you realize everyone's a reflection of you. If everyone is you pushed out, then you have to change you to push out a new reality, don't you? Now, a lot of you aren't doing that. A lot of you have come to manifestation, have found me, have found other coaches. You're working on your self-concept all of a sudden as like a buzzword thing you've found out you have to do. Oh, I have to work on me. Okay, to change them. I have to work on me so I get them back. I have to work on me so my circumstances change. No, that's not what you're doing. You've got to understand that you're not doing it for them or about them. You're doing it because when you change, then your circumstances are a newly reflected circumstance that you've reflected out from you because you are the only cause and everyone is you pushed out. So the reason why you're doing it is because if you don't do it, all you're doing is focusing on your circumstances. All you're doing is focusing on them and doing stuff for them, about them, and not really fundamentally changing you so that your circumstances change, so that your reflection is different. So let me give you an example. If everyone is your reflection, then if you were going to change your reflection in the mirror, would you put the makeup on the mirror or would you put the makeup on your own face to change your reflection in the mirror? You have to change your own face, don't you? A lot of you aren't changing your own face. A lot of you are so focused on the mirror, you're expecting the mirror to change. Well, guess what? The mirror in front of you ain't going to change until you change. Your specific person isn't going to change until you change. They're your reflection, just like the mirror. And I did a live in my squad the other week and it became one of the most popular live coaching sessions I've ever done. And people were saying to me the reason why it resonated with them so much is because I talked about giving people the telepathic ick. The telepathic ick meaning you're focusing so much on them, you're putting all your focus on them, all your time on them, all your attention on them, on your specific person. You're making changing you all about them. And guess how they feel about that? They feel like this. Ugh, oh, thank you for that. They feel the telepathic ick because all your focus is on them. You're not focusing on you, changing you to change your circumstances. You're changing you just to change you, just like you would change your face in the mirror. You understand? And if you don't do that, you're giving people the telepathic ick and you're putting them on the pedestal and you're making them more important than you. And I want you guys to understand that's not the way to do this. It's about self-concept. Your concept of you that's causing your reality. That's what you have to change. You understand? So what I really want you guys to get in this video is understanding why you're focusing on self-concept. A lot of you aren't getting it. If you change, they change because they're your reflection. You're not doing it to change them. You're doing it to change yourself so they reflect different. I'll say that again. You're not doing it to change them. You're doing it to change you, and then your reflection in them changes just like a mirror. If you don't get that, you'll be spending this whole time focusing on self-concept just to change the person, just because of your person, just about your person, just to change your person. And you're not getting that you're really not changing the face in the mirror. You're trying to put makeup on the mirror. You're making it all about the mirror, basically. Isn't the thing reflected in the mirror you? So if they're your reflection, you must change you. So guys, if you go and read Neville Goddard, he talks about that. He talks about everyone is simply a messenger showing you who you are. You have to change you first. And that's why I focus on self-concept so much. That's why I have a self-concept course. That's why it's the foundational course that I brought out first, so all of you understand this. Some of you still aren't understanding it. Some of you are in my foundational group, my Subconscious Laws free group, and still not getting it. Some of you are watching my TikToks and still not getting it. I can see it in your questions. Some of you are even in the squad and still not getting it. You need to get this, one fundamental. Your concept of yourself is reflected to others and they reflect it back. Your self-concept, your ideas of yourself. And if you don't change that, your reality, including that other person, will not change at all. You understand? Please understand that changing you is about you only. Then the benefit is the reflection you send out. It's not about the other person. Stop making this about your specific person. When you do that, you give them the telepathic ick. You're making them have the golden dick. You're putting them on the pedestal. You're giving them king status, queen status. Aren't you the queen? Aren't you the king? Aren't you meant to be the focus here? Stop giving them all of your attention. Stop giving them all of your fucking brain space and start working on you. And when you do, not only will you stop giving them the telepathic ick, but your concept of yourself will get better. Your confidence in yourself will improve. Your self-concept will change, and they will then reflect that change in you because they are simply messengers telling you who you are. You understand? So guys, thanks so much for joining me. If you're live here with me, do you have any questions? From now on, all of my lives are going to be a Loz lesson at the start, basics of manifestation, basics about manifesting your specific person, and advanced lessons in manifesting money, your specific person, and the life you want based on the things I'm coming across in the questions in my Facebook group, Subconscious Loz, the questions on my live videos on my TikTok and YouTube, and understanding for you guys really what you need to work on and coming and delivering these each week as lessons with a bit of Q&A at the end. So let's get on to the Q&A. All right, guys, I'm scrolling right back to the start to get onto the Q&A, and I hope no one's coming in here asking all about specific person after I've just spoken about self-concept. If you've been watching me for a long time, you should know these should be self-concept related questions. And if you haven't realized that, well, that's okay. But if you stick with me long enough, then you'll realize. Thanks, Emma. Thank you, darling, for the gifts. And thank you for all the gifts I didn't notice, guys, while I was talking. Hey, Loz, what do you think about narcissism in regards to the law? They're simply reflecting you, darling. If you think you're a narcissist, they will be. But you attract or create narcissists in your reality based on your thinking about yourself because you probably don't feel good enough. And then you attract someone who treats you less than. They're just a reflection of you, darling. If you're an overgiver, people pleaser who doesn't think they're good enough, you'll attract that kind of person, won't you? Stop thinking they're like that and stop being like that. Hi, Loz Queen has arrived. Oh, thank you, darling. I think we are too focused on SP sometimes. I was manifesting before I knew about manifestation. Exactly, guys. A lot of you are so focused on the person, thinking they're the golden dick, thinking all your happiness lies in that person. You come on the journey of manifestation purely for the person, and then one day you fucking wake up and you realize this whole journey is meant to be about you. And if you just focused on you for the first moment of the time that you realized about manifestation, you would have got them back. If you just focused on you, everything would have changed. But so many of you are focused on them. It's astounding to me. It's not about them. Got it? Loz, I'm moving abroad at the end of the month, traveling and having fun. Oh, wonderful, Emily, are you? Wonderful. Hi, Asha. I haven't seen you on TikTok live for ages. I know I'm going to go live every week now, guys, because I've realized I've really been neglecting lives. So I will be going live, and I'll be going live like this, answering questions and talking about a topic or giving tips at the very beginning and then answering Q&A at the end. They won't go as long as they used to, so you've got to really get in when I do them. Hi, guys. Hi, Vicky. Looking amazing as always. Oh, thank you, darling. I've just been out to lunch. I've had a few wines. So if my words are all mixed together, guys, it's because I've had about 3 wines and a margarita. Loz lives are back. Yes, they are. Hey, Loz, someone that has an SP is attracted to me. I feel attracted to her as well. What can I do? That has an SP. What Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the fact that they've got someone else. Just see you and them together, Myro. Don't worry about it, darling. And thank you for the gift. Just see you and them together, and that hurts no one, okay? Because you're just going to the end, and then it hurts no one, okay? What do you do when you feel numb to your desires in case they won't happen? Well, if you think they won't happen, then they won't happen because that's your assumption. If you're numb to them as a form of cutting out all your feelings so you feel less triggered by it, well, that ain't going to help. Darling, you've got to understand you're creating it. If you think they won't happen and you've got to numb yourself out because you want it so bad, you're not getting this. If you think it won't happen, it won't happen. That's how this works. It's a law of assumption. What are you assuming? That it won't happen? That you have to numb yourself out? That you can't feel your feelings? That you're going to be triggered? Really watch my videos, darling. You're a bit lost. Haven't seen Loz in ages. Oh, Stacey. Hey, girl, I saw him online, but I don't know how to make him love me. We're not making anyone do anything, darling. They're reflecting you. Do you think he loves you? Do you think you're lovable? Do you think you're enough? Do you think you'll be chosen? Do you think you'll be abandoned? Oh, my God, if you think all those things, guess what he's going to do? Go and watch all my videos on specific person. There's a playlist on my YouTube. There's a ton of videos in my TikTok. Watch them all about changing you to get the person. They're just reflecting you, darling, and all your inner shit from childhood about feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like people will come along and steal your person, feeling like you're not going to be prioritized, feeling like you're going to be abandoned, etc. Hey, Loz, I saw that one. Guys, don't repeat questions. How do I heal others via the law when in the 3D v bad news? Guys, you just see them differently. See them as risen to the new estimation you want of them, risen to healthy, happy, whole, seeing them healthy if they're addicted, seeing them not having issues if they're mentally unwell at the moment, etc. See them differently. See for the blind man. Don't describe them badly in your mind or out loud. I'm the prize. Yes, Emily. Manifest my ASP back when only wants to be platonic. What should I do? They only want to be platonic when you think they don't want you, darling. How have you friend zoned yourself? Go back in your thinking and think, what was I thinking before he friend zoned me? Was I thinking he wasn't attracted to me? Was I thinking he wanted other girls? Was I thinking he didn't really want me? Oh, yeah, that's why he's done that. I've got to change that thinking, reverse that thinking. I'm in the process of recreating him, but sometimes it's hard because the old story implies a lot of cheating. Darling, you're not recreating them. You've got to understand you're actually recreating your story about them. You're not recreating them. You're really not getting this, Sophia, and that's why it hasn't changed. If you've got a story about cheating, if you've got a story that someone's going to hurt you and cheat on you, it's the story of you in love. It's actually not the story of them. That's how they cheated, darling, because you don't have any trust in other people because you feel like you're going to be hurt. That's about you and your childhood. Why are you blaming them for your problems? You're not recreating them. Who are you in watching, Sophia? We're not recreating anybody. He's creating in his reality a reflection of you. What do you think? I can't trust you. You're going to cheat on me. That's the creation you're creating. You're not recreating them. Aren't you recreating the story you hold about them? Aren't you recreating the story you hold about yourself? Aren't you recreating the story you hold that you can't trust others because you're going to be hurt? Oh my God, this isn't about them. Please stop watching idiots who say the word recreation. You're not recreating anything. Sometimes it takes time to sink in. Good, guys. Well, listen, and it will. Myro, please stop repeating the question. Oh, my God, Loz, where have you been? I know I haven't been here for ages. Manifested my SP back, but he only wants to be platonic. Guys, why are you repeating your question? I will get to it. If you repeat it, I will not answer it. Can you manifest clear skin? I have. I have beautiful clear skin. I look so youthful. I used to get pimples. I remember when I used to get pimples. I don't even get them anymore. So that. You and Sasha are the best that I trust in these TikTok LOA streets. Well, good, darling. I'm the only people with Sasha I would trust too. Oh, and lifestyle manifesting. What am I saying? Shannon. Got triggered today and ended up in an argument with SP, not giving it attention, just found myself concept. Don't give it attention, darling. Don't worry about the argument. Imagine they can't even remember. When do you actually go live? It's been so long. Now, guys, I know it's been so long. So what I'm going to try and do, because you've got to understand, I've got a commitment now to my paid monthly coaching group, the squad. So I go live there every Friday. So it takes up a lot of my time. Plus I go live there twice a week doing coaching. So it's taken up a lot of my time and energy doing those. So what I'm going to try and do is do much shorter lives, probably Mondays, Wednesdays, and on the weekend like this. Okay, so 3 times a week, probably Mondays, Wednesdays, and on the weekend. I will give you warning in the Subconscious Laws Facebook group, so make sure you put the bell on, you put notifications on, you follow me, you follow the group, you pin the group, and you get notifications maybe 15 minutes before I go live. I'll do a lesson, and then I'll do Q&A, and if you miss it, all of these are going to be posted on my Subconscious Laws YouTube almost straight afterwards, okay? So this will be posted tomorrow on my YouTube, Subconscious Laws. Yay, feels like old times, yes! Oh my God, Loz, you look beautiful and so powerful in that blazer. Oh, thank you, darling. I'm feeling my neutrals today. And I was even in a pair of neutral pants before when I went out. I'm just changing to some tracky ducks you guys can't see. I was out to lunch. I've had a few wines and a margarita. All right, guys, I'm not going to stay on lives forever because I find these lives very draining and I kind of can't get other work done if I stay on live for too long. So what I would like to do each live is really get your questions in. I will scroll back and I'll make sure I answer them in the last 10 minutes of the live. But the first part of the live is actually going to be a lesson, and then that whole live is going to be posted with the name of the lesson and your questions being answered at the end to my YouTube. All right. So if you go to my YouTube tomorrow, you will see this live played back. And if I answered your question or you want to hear the lesson again about self-concept and why it's about you and not them, go to my YouTube Subconscious Laws and you can watch this back. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me, and make sure you get notified about this in my Subconscious Laws Facebook group the next time I go live. Bye, guys.